right, folks, here we go. Championship week, hometown heroes. Y'all saw a good little promo there. They just got done with qualifying. Got us a little quick here. But we got the micro midgets here. Micros, basically. Non-wing ones. Here tonight. Like I said, this tonight, final night here. Crown a champ. Should be a thriller. Get set here. Warming up, 20 laps. Corey, what do you think, man, we're going to see here?
Well, I can tell you one thing we're going to see. We're going to see Randy Shreves come out of here with a championship.
Hey,
74 points above second place in points, and
well,
second place in points ain't even here.
His computer might blow up.
Well, put it this way. The closest person in here to him in points is Bob DeGood, and that's 134 points away, so there's
Bob
no
DeGood's going to go
mathematical.
and send a rocket to his house. That's what.
He would have to have triple the points here, Bob DeGood would.
He's going to make Shreves disappear. That's what. Imagine.
Triple up his points.
Yeah,
He's going
there
to
he
hack
goes.
it.
Well, green flag. We're racing here tonight. Championship night here at Hometown Heroes. And right now, Shreves, he's going to look to say, you know what? I want to take the championship. I want to come out here with a win. He's out front with Tyler Flynn there with him. You got Barker, Good, Rayner, and Bixler. These little micros, they've been a wheelhouse of a machine here. Talked about them all season long.
Yeah, they have, and these wingless, you know, they don't have the downforce the wings do, and you can kick them out a little bit sideways, and sometimes at some tracks it's a lot better to be able to kick it out sideways. We've seen it last week. This week, it's a little bit of a bigger racing track, a lot wider than what we had.
And they kicked it over the top of one of those tires, and he stuck.
Oops. And iRacing threw the caution out. Ah.
Yeah, he didn't get towed in time. He was stuck on the tire.
Yeah, it's easy to do with how low these cars sit. You got the rear nerf bar stuck in a little donut down there, and
Jack that thing up.
it's gonna, yeah, it's like a little jack stand.
Well, got in store for tonight.
It's all Cedar Lake and then trucks at Gateway.
Gateway. That's going to be interesting. Tricky track.
So we've seen
Right.
Cedar Lake here before on the channel.
Yeah.
That's where we ran a hometown hero last season. Split between this and Lernerville.
Mike Lernerville. Okay, we're going to
Here in
see here.
Cheese
Got
Country.
Shreves. What's that now?
Up here in Cheese Country.
Pennsylvania's not.
What do you mean? This is
Amish
in
country.
Wisconsin. This is Wisconsin that we're
Oh,
in.
you're talking about this track. I thought you meant Lernerville. I thought that was
boy.
Wait a minute.
Joe's all back.
Oh, Lord.
Oh boy. Let's see if Tyler Flynn can win this.
Yeah, Wisconsin. Green Bay area, right?
Uh-huh. Packers.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, Shreves looking strong right now. We're going to see if he can put it out front. Green flag. Him and Flynn get a good jump. Shreves, he's got that inside lane. Here comes Barker, going to pull it to the inside of him. Flynn's going to see what he can do. On the backside, Bob DeGood. They still side by side for that second place spot.
Yes, they are temporarily side by side for Barker and Flynn. I think what it's going to take to beat Shreves is just hit the bottom a little bit better than what he's able to do. You can see he's running a little bit higher in the corner than what Barker is right now. Barker is kind of hugging the inside tires. You do not want to go down there and hit one, and they're about the same size of the car. As you see, though, Barker, that's looking good.
Boom!
He hits a tire, and
Boom!
oh, there goes Flynn.
Yeah, that was and man, Flynn, he had the save of the race. Did you see that? He went flippity-ippity.
Oh my!
Love it.
That's what occurs when you hit a little tire in one of the little micro sprints.
That was wild. Right now, Shreves, Barker, but good. Gotta give a shout out to everybody out there. Hit your likes and shares, man. I tell you what, we're here tonight. Check out C2CRL.com. Up to speed on what's going on here at the league. It's Hometown Heroes final night here for the season. Spring season, that is. And we'll crown champions all night tonight.
Absolutely. And so far, Shreve's trying to just pick up the win on the final night to secure his championship in the non-wing.
Yes.
Going good so far, holding off Jeffrey Barker. But Barker, I mean, I feel like he has a shot still. With how long this track is for one of these cars, it feels like it's a mile-long track, and he's able to close in the distance. Let's do a little eyeball check here. And about 3/10, and he loses a little bit of ground in turn 1 there. Let's see if he can gain that back in 3 and 4. 3 and 4 might be where he gains all of his time. How about hitting turn
dead
1
even.
a little bit better?
That last lap, man. Well, he's a little bit slow that time, but man, you're right. He's right there. It's
Oh,
like
we got
one
a
lap,
caution.
one's faster, the other one's like, Bob did good and company. Let's go here in Mountain Mill, see what happened. Good. He's out there by himself in the 7. Him and Tyler Flynn got together. Oh, he just spun around. Lost it. Okay. At it again. Solid night here. Go. Good running. What we got? About to go here. Trying this champ up.
Crown our championship here.
He's gonna look to make it a 4 for 4 night. Think he can do it?
I think he can do it.
Do what?
I think he can do it. He has a shot at it.
Oh yeah.
It all depends on who shows up for the big winged cars.
That's always the shoe in right there. All right, here we go. Lights off on the pace truck. Pace truck takes off digging. We're gonna have these guys up front. Shreves, Barker, Flynn, and you see Shreves just gets away from Barker because he saw Barker closing in. Meanwhile, you got Bixler to good back here battling in the back spot around 4th and 5th place spot. Up front, though, man, Barker says, I need that lead.
Yeah, he really sent it down in turn number 3 to try to close the gap in on Randy Shreves. But when he did it, he got it kicked a little sideways. Look at the run he has right now. Try to build up that momentum here. Maybe a last lap pass incoming at some point. We got 4 to go, but Tyler Flynn, he's back there. He's lurking. He's thinking if these two get into it with each other, he's going to pounce.
Wow.
3 to go at the line.
Yeah, 3 to go, like you just said right there. Shreves, man, comes across. We already know, man, he's going to put this championship in the bag. He's trying to put the win in the bag. Barker has other plans, though, as he closes up on the back end. We're getting close here to the final laps. They come out of the turns here tonight. Cedar Lake. 2 guys met up front. It's still anybody's ball game. Barker's there. Shreves trying to hang on. Here we go. Final times.
Do not leave the door open at all for Barker to send it in on the inside of you. Here's Shreves' white flag one more time around to try to pick up the race win in the non-wings. Last shot. Where does Barker go? He goes up top to try to get the cut down off the corner. Not going to have enough. Randy Shreves will hold on for the race win. Barker second, and it will officially be Bob DeGood in third. Bixler fourth, and Flynn, after a little spin there a couple laps ago, fifth.
Very nice way to cap it off here. These guys up here and get a word with them. Bob up here and let's get a word.
Hey, Bob, you get a copy on me?
Yes, sir.
Well, third place here tonight in the non-wing sprint cars, final night of the season. Talk us through it.
Well, car's a little tricky. Wants to over-rotate in the corner, and I trying to figure that out. I got tipped from my teammate Jeff Barker there, and I kind of overdid that and spun out and had to go back a spot, and I managed to get back up to third so I could talk to you.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to be able to talk to you, Bob. And, you do good all season long when, are these small fields more of your style of just trying to learn how to drive a car?
Yep. It's all good.
All right, well, Bob, before I let you go, you got anybody like to thank you?
Well, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank Coast2Coast Racing League, Roger Craig, my teammate Jeff Barker. Yep, that's the crew.
There you have it, folks. That's third place, Bob the Good.
There we go. Like you said, let's bring up Jeff here. Let's get a word with him.
Hey, Jeff, you get a copy on me.
Hey, Corey.
Well, second place here in the final night of Hometown Hero non-wing sprint. Talk us through it.
Just trying everything to try to get by Randy. He's fast in these things.
Trying to spoil the party there, huh?
Yeah, trying some old school techniques and a little bit worked, but then I still hit the tire and almost wrecked the whole field.
Yeah, well, I mean, you look good out there. Do you think this car will translate anything into what the wing will do?
No. I think the winged is its own little monster. That thing, you can't slide it at all, or you just stop.
Well, Jeff, you did good all season long. Before I let you go, you got anybody like to thank you?
Malcolm's Bill's Mill Writing, OSRN for covering it, C2C for putting the races on, and that sort of stuff. Thanks.
There you have it, folks. Second place is Jeff Parker.
Heck yeah, man. Well, let's bring this guy up here. Did it all tonight. Randy, did you in the booth? Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Well, all season long, you've been pretty dominant. You put this thing in. You're the champ here in the wingless micros for the Hometown Hero, and won it here in the first one. How's it feel?
Yeah, it definitely feels good to win the last race and win the championship on top of it all. It's been an awesome season. Car count got a little lower there at the end, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, and had a great season. Enjoyed racing with all the guys, and I did definitely blessed.
Well, how you feeling about these wings?
I feel a little more confident as long as I stay out of trouble. Try to keep that throttle under control. Try not to just kill the throttle like you want to with these things, but it's better to just be easy on it and just stay patient. Let's see what.
I tell you what, man, you look strong either way. Got the championship wrapped up here. You got anybody you want to thank for an awesome season?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely want to thank Coast2Coast for all they do. You and Corey up there in the booth every week do an awesome job. Love going back and watching it. Want to thank my team, LGR Motorsports, ABR Setup Shop, Redline Design Company, One Wish Foundation, Wraps and Stitches, KSB Builders, Fence Line Repair. Want to thank my kids for putting up with me during all my racing, and I want to thank everybody for watching.
There you go. Champ tonight in the wing. Micros, that's Randy Shreves putting it in victory lane. Well, folks, don't go anywhere because we got the wings. Micros coming up here next. We'll be right back in a few.
It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Gets on the champion, trying to be a bit of a hiatus, so let's get. Tonight we'll be talking about it.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat.
Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
here we go. Wings. Micros out here. Qualifying underway. Well, Corey, what's the points look like and what we got here?
155 points for Shreve, so he's another champion.
He's out here cheating already.
And the next guy in line is Barker, and he's well, it might as well just be almost 200. It's pushing 200.
So in other words, somebody needs to put a bounty out on Shreves, right? What it is?
More like Shreves has showed up every week.
Done good though. Won the first one. Trying to go for that second one.
Yeah, trying to win race number 2 of the night. Can he finally be the person to win 4 in a row on the dirt in a single night?
True. That's ever happened.
I don't think it's happened, but it could happen tonight if all the marbles and everything else fall into his lap a little bit.
Been close.
And Roger Craig is already hitting the donuts. That's donut abuse.
You said donut abuse.
Yes.
Donut abuse.
The fish
Roger, you
wanted
said you
some
out there,
donuts.
man, abusing donuts.
Yeah,
Come on now, I love donuts.
Can we use donuts for fish bait? Don't know. He qualifies 7th though. He's
I mean,
not completely dead last.
I don't know. 'Cause
I imagine you could.
donuts, it's like donuts.
I mean, if you're okay, Jeff, if you were a fish, wouldn't you like a sweet, tasty donut? Of course you would.
Well, we're
would
going
want
racing.
the donut too as a fish.
I'm the donut king, man. What's wrong with you? Oh,
Well, I'd be swimming back to the other fish and be
Yeah.
like, hey, look at this. There's a donut here.
yeah. Call me Big Bass Donut. There you go. Randy Shreves, look at this. Putting it on pole. Barker there with him, but Shreves going to be the man of the hour right now. Up front. Get set to go green flag here. Wing style sprints.
Yeah. Smaller than the other winged.
Well, yeah, because they're micros.
Wow.
I mean, I would
Or
imagine so
design.
because the car's like half the size.
Yeah, are they half scale, or are we claiming them as like RC cars? Half scale RC car, technically?
Well, how big would this car technically be? I mean, the biggest RC car that I know of is a 140, which is about 3 feet long, somewhere in that area. I mean, I've seen them run. They have them on, mostly they're asphalt style, NASCAR style cars. I've seen them run. They run like on, 2-stroke style motors, find like we. That's the biggest I've seen.
I mean, technically these
Oh.
are 1-to-1, but
Yeah,
in terms of a sprint car comparison, is it half scale sprint car?
I guess it probably would be.
I haven't sat a winged next
I mean, I
to.
probably couldn't fit in this
big
thing.
wing.
Put it that way.
You'd have to sit one of these next to the big wing and scale it to size.
That's one thing about it. Shreves has got them figured out. Here we go. Parker's right there behind him. We're getting set to go here. Any laps on the board. Down heroes here tonight. Cedar Lake style. Guys in the back here can do. Bass man himself, old Craig. Got the fishing boat back there.
He's got the fish bait.
Right.
Barker
No.
already trying to get the jump on the green flag, not able to do so here on Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves pulls away out of turn number 2, down 3 here.
Absolutely. Big battle happening back in the back. Got Taylor, Bixler and company back there battling. Instead, Barker trying to look like he could try to reel in Shreves up front. That's up at 2 for 2 for him so far. Greg's in trouble in the back here.
Yeah, he went for a little spin.
Whew. Meanwhile, got a good battle here with Andy Patton and Gary Taylor.
Andy Patton trying to get around Gary Taylor here. That's for sticks on the racetrack. Look at this. We got Tyler Flynn ripping the cushion right there in front of those two.
Way up on the top side.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to quite work in a little winged micro sprint. It still seems like it's a bottom side dominant racetrack. Everybody is running the bottom here. It's actually looking a little bit more tackier down there than what we had in the wingless. So maybe real late in this race you might see the mid groove come to life, but so far it is the bottom portion of the racetrack being utilized right now. You see Tyler Flynn, he's trying to catch up to the mayor right there in front of him in the purple car.
Well, I'm watching Flynn here too. You know, we talked about with these wing micros how much more planted, and you can tell they go into the turn a little bit slide, but you can see where that wing kind of grabs them in the middle of the turn, like right there, and kind of straightens up the car on them. So they're not quite as loose throughout the turn as with the non-wing. You see it right there, and then you'll see the wing kind of just grab it and pull it back. So, and then when it does that, that's when y'all actually see the car kind of bogged down, and you can't get that grip back to get around Bixler like you would like to.
And you seen when he got real sideways there, jabbing the brakes to not wreck up into the mayor, it felt like he hit a brick wall almost.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's going to hit the mayor.
Right there. Oh, bam! Corey Jinxon.
Well, I didn't tell him to hit the mayor.
Saw
I
that
said
one
he
live.
almost hit it.
Well, that one, and that right there is a perfect example of what we're talking about with the wing, because on the non-wing, if it had threw that in there like that, it probably would have slid and maybe wouldn't have slid into him. But right there, you saw kind of the car. There was no slide. It kind of stuck. It just went straight for the car on the outside. And, that, and in terms of, let's say, asphalt, that would be like a major push going into the turn, like the car just going straight to the wall. Kind of the same instance. I mean, it really, he just couldn't get that thing to turn, and it just kept going straight.
Yeah. It just wouldn't. It would have been all right in the wingless, but
I think it would have been. I mean, they might have made a little contact there. Yeah, they might have made a little contact, but I think it would have been a side-by-side style contact, not just kind of straight on, I
think it still would have occurred in the same way.
Not.
That was pretty hard to lick.
But the impact's what I'm talking about. He wouldn't have. Watch it again. You just see that the car, it's almost like a push, man. You go into a turn with a NASCAR car. And sometimes when it gets really tight, it goes straight for the wall. There is no turn. As opposed to one that might get loose. You might door slam him, but you're not going to put your nose right in his doors. Unless, here we go. We're going back green. You got Shreves out front, Barker there in second. The good hanging on the third. Everybody's kind of spread out here now.
You can see Flynn back here. He goes up to the top shelf, try to build up a little bit of momentum. He wants to make a comeback here. And oh my, Bob the Good, what are you doing? That's a wall up there. He really loses all kinds of ground. Yeah, I don't know what occurred there. It's like his car just did not turn, and it shot all the way to the right, almost up into the outside wall.
They're making that top side work.
Yeah, he's trying to make it work here. I just don't believe these cars have enough juice under the hood to pull them out of the corner like you would see in the big 305 and the big 360s upcoming later in the night here. He's trying it, but I just don't think it's going to do any good. See Roger Craig, though. Craig to the inside of Andy Patton. That's for 7th. Craig says, I ain't going to finish last here tonight.
Here's his lap down.
Is he a lap down? Oh, yeah. Oh, oops.
Yeah.
Well, oh,
yeah.
Poor Craig.
Unfortunately, man, that's bad.
He's trying to unlap.
But we're still rooting for you, Roger, man. You and the fish.
We're going to call it a technicality and say if he was lap won the lead lap. He
Yeah.
finished good.
It was the flag man did you wrong. Roger.
Yeah.
Did you wrong.
Uh-huh.
Shreve still, though, out front dominating. Barker right there with him. Bixler along with him. A couple more laps to go here. We capped the white flag here for the wing micros here and for championship as here comes Shreves one more time.
No mistakes here out of Shreves, and he has got this thing solidified down in 3 and 4. One last time in a micro of any sorts, and he will win the race and the championship. Barker second. The mayor gets third, Bob the Good fourth, and Gary Taylor will be your final 5.
Man, what a showing.
And they're playing in the pits.
Playing in the mud.
Yes, they were. As Randy Shreves parks it up on the victory stage there, revs the engine up. Cat.
Bring out Jeff Barker up here. Let's get a word.
Hey, Jeff, you get a copy on me.
Hello.
Well, 2 second places here tonight so far. This time it comes in the winged micro sprint. Talk us through it a little bit.
Well, it was kind of like the wingless. It was just following Randy around trying to figure out how to go faster. They drive so much different, but it's still the same old story at the end, I guess. Got to figure out something for Randy.
Yeah, and I mean, you still got a couple of shots here tonight to try to pick up a dirt win. 305, 360 coming up.
Yeah. Those will be a little bit more fun, I think. I hope.
Well, Jeffrey, before I let you go, got anybody like think here?
Oh, I think I missed our main sponsor, and I'm gonna get yelled at for forgetting
That
that.
line.
Flatline Racing Bodies. Yes, that's it. I was thinking Mauer Farm Management, but I wasn't. That's the daytime. But yeah, thanks to Mauer Farm Management too, and Flatline Bodies, and OSRN and C2C Racing.
All right, there you have it, folks. That's your second place, Jeffrey Barker.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yo, Barker doing good, coming on too. But let's bring up the champ here and let's get a word with him.
Hi, Randy. You get a copy on me?
Yeah, I got you third.
Well, championship twice in a row, win twice in a row here, going for the fourth back tonight. Talk us through this race.
It was definitely a fun race. Love racing these things. They're just a whole lot of fun. And I don't know. It's just a fun race. Definitely love racing with these guys. It's always a blast. And wish more people would start showing up for this so we can continue it. But it is what it is. Had a great run. Definitely happy to pick up the championship.
Absolutely. Well, Randy, before I let you go, playing the 305s, you got anybody like think here?
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely want to thank Coast2Coast for all they do. They put in a lot of work for all this to happen. So I definitely appreciate those guys. You guys up there in the booth. I want to thank my team, LGR Motorsports, ADR Setup Shop, Redline Design Company, One Waste Foundation, Wraps and Stitches, Casement Buildings, Finish Line Repair, and I want to thank everybody for watching.
Yeah, folks, your race winner, Randy Shreves.
And champ there too, like you said. We'll bring Scott up here, Steve Bixler. Steve, join the booth, got a copy?
Gotcha. Go ahead.
Well, man, I tell you what, look strong here. How's you feeling in that wing micro?
Well, I like the wings a lot better than I do the non-wing. I know that. I struggled in the non-wings there. So, yeah, I'd rather run the wings, and I feel a lot more comfortable in them.
Absolutely, man. Had a good, strong run in third. I mean, is there anything you could have done maybe to reel in those top two guys?
Well, actually, I was running fourth, and Bob was running third, and I was running about the same speed as Bob, and I wasn't really gaining on him. And then Bob hit the inside tires and went up by the wall, and that's how I ended up getting around him. And no, I mean, Jeff and Randy, they're pretty tough, and they're tough to beat. So I don't think I would have had anything for them.
Tell you what, still came home third tonight here in the wings. Got anybody you want to thank?
Well, yeah, I always got to thank the Salty Dog Racing team there, and of course my longtime friend and sponsor, Mauer Farm Management there. He's been with me for quite a while. Flatline Racing Bodies, they've been part of the league here for quite a while now, so I always got to thank them. And of course, I got to thank everybody in the league and the guys behind the league and behind the scenes that you don't see that do a lot of work during the week, and thank them guys too.
There you go, Steve Bixler, man, pulling it off in third tonight. Don't go anywhere. We got 305s coming up here. Be right back in a few.
It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Kiss on the champion. Trying to be a bit of a hiatus, so let's get.
Tonight we were talking about it.
All right, here we go, folks. We got the 305 wing sprints here for you. Qualifying underway. And looks like Randy Shreves up on top. Gonna make it 3 for 3. Can't be stopped. What points look like?
Well, the points is Kurt Schatzer, and he has a 73-point gap over Randy Shreves. So, mathematically speaking, I don't believe Shreves can actually win.
He probably can't get a championship, but he can probably knock him out of there for the win, huh?
Let me see here on the point structure. If I can figure it out, if I can figure out how to navigate this website.
Well, either way, Schatzer's right behind him.
Oh, here we go. No, that's not going to tell me nothing. There we go. That's more like it.
Good night racing so far. I don't mind Corey. He's confused.
11 cars, the most the driver could potentially earn is 80 points starting at the front here.
Oh, he's got a shot.
11th could still walk away with 50 points, so it'd only be a 30-point gap.
Wow. Trying to give him hope. Not helping.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, unless it's a double points night that I'm not aware of. Even at double points, he ain't gonna make enough.
Well, we go. Let's grid him up. Randy Shreves is going to be the man out front. Kurt Schatzer is going to start it right there in second. Dean Reynolds is going to be out here starting third. Tyler Flynn fourth. Steve Bixler up in fifth. You got Anthony Morano there sitting sixth. Jeffrey Barker up in seventh. Andy Patton there in eighth. Gary Taylor ninth. Roger Craig in 10th. We got Logan Wentz going to be starting in 11th place spot. A little bit bigger sprints out here than what we just saw.
I feel like they're half or double the size, I guess.
Yeah, they're definitely bigger.
They look double. I can't tell. Well, I'd have to get you in a server with me on iRacing here to sit a micro next to one of these cars.
Yeah. I go out to Millbridge sometime in real life, you know.
Oh, I believe that you're on Wednesday nights.
I'm not sure. They run several nights a week. I saw the schedule.
Hey, you ought to go, man. Treat yourself to a good night of racing. Maybe catch Kyle Busch there.
And
oh, he's a hater. Everybody,
I mean,
get on Joe.
Not drives a Chevy.
Yeah, he drives his Chevy.
I mean, RCR, you know, is only like right across, and Richard Childress only lives right down the road from him.
Uh-huh. All right, here we go. Green flag in there, and almost already looking to want to go 3 wide here for the race lead. We are 3 wide. Dean Reynolds.
Ouch. Is it going to work?
It didn't quite work with Dean Reynolds.
Whew. It's a good race up front, though, man. You got Shreves, you got Reynolds, you got Flynn. All these guys are side by side. Some of them are banging off the wall. You got them down low, up high. Meanwhile, the only guy that's really loving it is Schatzer. He's out to clear away from this mess behind him. These boys back here having at it.
Yes, they are. They are definitely still side by side from second on back. It is a cat and dog race back here. We got the little puppies. We got the little cats back here. Oh, we got a bump and shove and door and good gravy. Oh my God,
grass. He's coming up through the field. What's he doing? Wentz is sideways. He's going to cause a caution. Oh, yeah, he didn't get off track.
How do you even make a call on that one there?
I don't know. Let's go back and watch again. Got one car come flying up to the track. Wentz is all over the place. They hitting and beating and banging. One was slow. Oh, Wentz just couldn't get out of the way and kind of ran up on the one back. There was one guy going through the field. He went in the grass.
Oh, I seen what occurred. We go back a little bit further to Andy Patton to the
Yeah, he
back
slowed
stretch
up.
of that lap. He had a floppy wheel. That's what really caused all that.
Oh, the wheel syndrome. Beating it up though.
Yeah, they were. They were all over top of each other. They were shoving each other at the Nerf bars. They were hitting each other at the side bars,
Bang, bang.
sidewall with tires. The only thing that didn't occur there is somebody completely going for a barrel roll.
No barrel roll.
We're gonna have somebody pull a Doc Hudson and flip over the fence to take the race lead.
Really?
Okay. Have you not watched the movie Cars 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Wow.
well, I don't remember what year it came out, but that's what occurred in the movie.
Remember, I had to go back.
Yeah, movie night one night for us. There we go, Kurt Schatzer with the big launch over the field. Dean Reynolds right there in second place. Randy Shreves, he's got there Anthony Morano in contention, and that's for a podium finish. I'm sure Randy would love to at least get a podium here if he can't get a win. But would love to see a 4-peat on the night. Still got a good bit of racing left to go here in the 305 division to try to get up there and overtake Kurt Schatzer and Dean Reynolds.
Yeah, it is. Like you said, Schatzer, man, out front leading. Reynolds, he's sitting there in second. Trees holding on to third. Morano's in fourth. Man, look at Reynolds, though. You know, he's one of the powerhouse sprint guys here, coast to coast, and knows how to wheel these things around. And right now, he's trying to pull up here and see what he can do.
Yes, he is. You see Kurt Schatzer there. He hit the wall with the right rear a little bit. Dean Reynolds there. Here comes Anthony Morano trying to slide Randy Shreves. Randy, he's got the preferred line running the middle to top groove, just not able to really close in the gap. Dean Reynolds about tagged the rear end there of Kurt Schatzer going 3. Gotta be careful on the sending tonight. We've had a couple of times where a car sent it in on the corner and took the next guy out.
Yeah, it is. It could easily happen here. Like you said, right now, Schatzer out front. Treves hanging on to that third place, but he's got Morano breathing down his back cush bar there, along with Flynn and company. That is a freight train of machines here.
So Shreves trying to hold off Morano and Tyler Flynn. Flynn, he's been good in these sprint cars all season long when he showed up. Just hasn't really been able to capitalize too much on nights to take home a race win. So if he can catch a caution late here, he might have a shot. Is Anthony Morano going to go for the slider on Randy Shreves? This is for third. He slid him all right. He about overcooked that corner, went up into the wall.
Wow. Shreves still got it. Oh,
Hey.
Morano got the back tire.
Shut the door
He ate
on
some
Anthony
rubber.
Morano. Yeah, he did. More like shut the tire on him.
He did.
We don't even have
A little
doors
bit
on
of
this.
rubber protection.
Got 2 to go at the line for race leader Kurt Schatzer. As long as we don't see a car spin around or go flippity flip, we are gonna keep it green here to the end. Unless something drastic happens, Randy Shreves is not gonna be able to get a 4-peat. He might be able to get 3 though. So we got 360s coming up. Last time around, Anthony Morano into the back of Shreves. This is the real battle here as Schatzer wins. Who's going to get third? It is going to be Shreves at the line. Wow.
Oh, what a finish that was. All Schatzer. Going to take the championship with him. Wait for him to get up here and get a word with him. Let's bring Kurt up here and let's get a word with him.
Hey, Kurt, you got a copy on me?
Yeah, I hear you, Corey. I was just taking a drink here for a minute.
Oh, well, Kurt, you won the race, and you're officially the 305 Hometown Hero champion as well in the season. Talk us through this race. Talk us through your season.
Yeah, Corey. I love racing for points. That's a big part of why I come out here and race this league. There's a lot of good group of guys to race with here week in and week out, and good competition. And tonight was pretty strong night for me. Me and Randy, we've been going back and forth pretty well all season. He missed a race or two, so I think he got a little bit behind. But I had a pretty strong win. I think this might be the fourth win of the season, and Cedar Lake's a track I really like a lot. I like to get up on the cushion here, 1 and 2, and yeah, I mean, it was pretty good race there. The first lap there made it a little closer with Randy, and I think Dean there might have tried sneaking it and made it 3 wide, but we all came out pretty well there, and that gave me the lead. And then I got a good start on that I guess first restart there with Dean, and just slowly kind of creeped it in on him. He was hanging with me for a little bit. I was just kind of easing in on 3 and 4, and he was getting some good runs in on me, but I was able to just kind of walk away coming out a little bit on him. But hey, man, Dean's he's gotten really strong here, coming on strong here lately in the end.
Absolutely, and you had a good run. Like I said, that is win number 4 for you, so pretty good season. Before I let you go, Greg, anybody you'd like to thank here?
Yeah, I thank Jay, the Dirt Track Bank, everything they do to support racers all around the country. The boys on the team, Hammer Down Racing, Brandon Templeton, Brian Dickens, and Joe Halter, Got Your Six Racing Network, Friday Night Lights, Coast to Coast giving us praise to race. You guys coming out and doing a broadcast every week. We all love to watch it back. My wife Bree and my son Mason for watching this. I'm sure he's upstairs watching it on YouTube, or he'll watch it back a little later and let me know. But I think I'll move on here and see how I do on the 360s.
Yeah, folks, a race winner and champion, Kurt Schatzer.
Yes, it is. And like you said, man, did good. Let's bring old Dean up here. Let's get a word with him.
Yep.
Hi, Dean. You get a copy on me.
What's up, Corey? How you doing, man?
Well, second place here. Final night for the 305s and Hometown Heroes. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I haven't run a 305. Actually, I think this is the first time I ran it since I got my new hard drive on my computer, and it actually felt really good. I mean, I only came in and did 5 or 6 laps in practice, and then just let her rip in the time trials. Got third fastest and second in the feature, and I'm kind of shocked. I do have to apologize to Randy. I thought I was going to clear that slider pretty easily, and I didn't, and I kind of parked it on front of him. I mic'd up and apologized to him, and he said no worries, but I just don't want to race like that. But you know, we pulled away from him a little bit after that, so you know, it was a good second.
Absolutely. Maybe a little bit of inner Ricky Thornton Jr. there on the slider there.
Well, I don't think it was that bad because I didn't go over his front end. But yeah, the only time I look in the mirror is when I pull a slider, and I knew I was at the start. I was going in harder and harder each lap so I could clear him, and then I went in 3 and 4. And I thought with my speed going in and looking at my mirror, I thought I had him cleared. And then when we tapped, I'm like, I think I kind of got a little too tight. So it was my fault. I mean, I've been on the receiving ends of that a lot, but I don't want to really give that, So, but Randy's a good dude. I'm glad he still got to go. And, he's had a good season here in Hometown Heroes. Congratulations to him and, and Kurt on the win. I was hanging with Kurt there for a while, and I was just about ready to say, I wonder how I can throw a slide job to get him. And then he started pulling away from me. He ruined it.
Absolutely. Well, Dean, before I let you go play in the 360s, you got anybody like thank you?
Well, I got to thank my team, Full Throttle Motorsports. Even though we don't run sprint cars that much, it's still a lot of fun. They're great teammates. I see Anthony had a good finish in 4th, so I got to thank those guys. I got to thank Coast to Coast for giving us a place to race. It was kind of fun to get back on Hometown Heroes. Kind of excited about the changes for next year, so hopefully we'll run a little bit more. I got to thank Team Venom. I usually get to hang in their Discord a lot, so I got to thank Isaac and Butchie Baker and Brian Lawson, Team Venom. And Joe and Corey, thanks so much for you guys doing Wednesday night. When I can't race, I still listen to you. I like how Joe likes to wheelie, so I'll get into 360 and see if I can pull a couple wheelies for him. So, well, at least if I can't be fast, Joe, I'll pull a wheelie for you.
Go.
There you have things.
All right, guys, thanks a lot.
Dean.
Dean Reynolds, man, like you said. Well, let's bring the guy up here, Randy Shreves. Randy, did you have the boot got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Well, I tell you what, I didn't make it for the 3 for 3 yet, but you could get it here in the next one. But how was you feeling in that 305?
Yeah, I was definitely feeling good there. They were just racing. Went a little 3 wide. I kind of caught the bad end of the stick there. Got put into 3rd, and just couldn't make up any ground on them guys. They ran an awesome race. Did what they were supposed to do, and I can't complain about a podium. Just want to let Kurt know congratulations on winning the championship. He did an awesome job all season, and it's definitely been a fun one.
Completely. We'll tell you what, heading into the 360s here, you got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, for sure. As always, I want to thank Coast to Coast for putting on this league. You guys up there in the broadcast booth, LGR Motorsports, ABR Setup Shop, Redline Design Company, One West Foundation, Racks and Stitches, KSB Builders, Fence Line Repair, and everybody for watching.
There you go, Randy Shreves, man, putting it on for us tonight. Folks, don't go anywhere. We got 360s coming. Be right back. All right, here we go. 360. Final time here for the spring series here for the Hometown Heroes, Coast to Coast Racing Network. Coast to Coast Racing League here tonight. What's the points look like, Corey?
Patrick Spangler, and this is a burnout for him. He is 205.
Man.
Did the math on that one. We'd have to
stay home.
I don't know. I think we'd have to times 10 on the points for anybody to make it.
You're gonna have to like give everybody like 3 drop weeks, man, to catch him or something. Wow. Spangler has been pretty top notch, though. I will give.
Second in points, though, that's Jeffrey Barker. He's here tonight, so and should pretty well solidify into second. So there you go.
Can push out of these guys here tonight, then. Been a pretty good night so far, the Hometown Heroes. Y'all enjoyed it?
Already advancing over to the race session, so here we go. We'll see if Spangler decides he wants to do the from the back challenge again. He's been doing that past couple of weeks here in the 360s, and he is going to do the from the back challenge.
Okay.
So he's got to pass 10 cars.
All right.
We'll move Andy Patton to the pole position with Kurt Schatzer still up in the second. Brad Waite out here showing up for the last dirt race of the season. There's Roger Craig. Craig's out here. He's got the fish on his car, on the wing, and on the tank. When he fish slaps somebody, it is right there in your face. He's got our logo. He's got the OSR.
Look, wait a minute. We gotta go on Dean Reynolds because he said he's gonna try to do a wheelie. He tried. There, he got it.
He has enough torque. That's enough torque on one of these little 360 sprint cars to pull one off.
He pulled it off, man. I love it.
Spangler, I know you're listening. Do one on the back stretch here.
Call Dean Reynolds, Mr. Willie. Look at that.
Hold on, look at this. I think Spangler's setting up for something big here.
No, man. That's Dean Reynolds. He's got that thing, man, wheeling.
There he goes. I told you Spangler's gonna do something big.
Yeah. What'd he do?
He did a wheelie on the back straightaway.
I tell you what, this is what you gotta do, man. You gotta love him.
Front straight. There you go.
Heck yeah, man.
He's got to figure it out. Spangler, he found the torque button.
I love it. I love it. Love the wheelies. Like watching them. Probably don't want to do them on the start here, though, guys, because you lose a lot of momentum when you do them that way. They look cool, though. Here we go. Pace trucks in. 360 wing sprints. Green flag flies. And out front, you got Patton and Schatzer, man, going at it. You got Waite right there with him. He's on the back end, Shrees, side by side.
Oh, around. It's your dealer, but he's going to keep it straight and keep it green.
Okay. Pull that on the thing there, but appreciate it. Right now, we still got side by side going on with Waite and Shreves up front. Those two guys, man, looking at it, and it's a little contact. Like I say, they got a little bit more power in these 360s.
They got a lot of juice under the hood in one of these cars, and look at this. Randy Shreves all the way up into the wall here. Patrick Spangler, he's made it up to 7th, but he's right here in the mix. Flynn a little bit sideways there in 1 and 2.
Getting evil out here. They're tagging and bagging each other, man. Old Jeffrey Barker went for a little bit of ride right there. Flynn, he's in the middle. Meanwhile, out front, still Patton. Got Schatzer right there, but most of the action and go ahead.
Wow.
Yeah, go ahead. Do the replay.
You did the replay.
Go and watch it again. he caught the donut, and that thing just went shot straight. Got him, Bob.
That was Barker.
Looks like maybe something might have broke.
Yeah, it broke the left front when he hit the tire there. Dang. Never seen a car. I think that's the first time we've seen a car actually flip up onto the grass here. And at least in a while.
Patton, Dancer. They wait. Dead or not, but
it is wait.
Reynolds right there. Well, so much for Spangler coming through the field.
He's got a second shot at it.
Able to get out of the pits and
He's already out on the track. Are you on live? Okay, just make sure. Are you looking at them doubled up already? Alright, just make sure you're on the live button.
How they go in the pits like that? If he'd had a toe, he might have down.
No, I don't think he towed.
Got Waitman right now battling. He's got Schatzer on the inside. You got Reynolds right behind him. Shreves and company. Got a little more spread out this time.
Yeah, that restart kind of spread him out a little bit. Spangler, though, he's still all the way back here, going to make the pass on Gary Taylor. So going to try to keep an update on what Spangler is able to accomplish here in the 360s. Patton still leading this thing out front. That's Kurt Schatzer right behind him. He was champion in the 305 division. Kind of out of the points here for the 360s.
Yep, Patton out
way
front.
down to 18.
Got Schatzer right there along with him. Big battles happening there. Spangler, he's still trying to come through that field. He's up to 8 right now. He's got to pick them off one by one. He's just got around Craig right here. Now he's going to try to work on Barker. Meanwhile, like you said, Patton out front. He's got a pretty good lead over Schatzer, who's got Dean Reynolds hanging on right there in 3rd. Waits hanging on to the 4th place spot. Shreves up in 5th. You go back here to Flynn. He's back here in the 6th, and then Spangler's behind him. They're kind of clear. Spangler can just pick them off one by one now.
Yeah, but he's going to be running out of the hourglass here. He's got to do something big. He's kind of hoping for a caution here late in the going. Get by Flynn, then hope you get a caution here. That's about the only way I could see him possibly coming up and taking the win.
They're going to run out of time. Time's not on his side right now. Because the distance between them is about 2.7 seconds between him and Patton up front. Doesn't sound like a lot, but on the dirt track with as small as it is, and only about 6 laps to go here when they cross the line this time by. Yeah, time is just not on his side.
I don't know, Joe. He's closing that gap. He's down to 2 seconds here, but he is in the traffic right now. See if he can't get that bottom side to roll for him here. Late in the going, just don't think that bottom side is going to be here. As we do get a caution, this is what's going to help Spangler out. Yeah. And it's Gary Taylor and somebody.
What happened to him back here? There's 2 cars in front of him. No, it's hanging out by himself right there. Oh, him and a little bit of contact between Taylor. They just came together. Bam. All right, so assess what we got here. Now, the caution is what I think Spangler really needed. Because, one, it's going to be a single file restart. That, normally, yes, it's going to help Patton out. 2, still going to be 3 laps to go when they cross that line. He has a little bit. He's going to have to, though, go. He can't hold back. I mean, he's going to have to go.
Yeah, he's got to make up a lot of ground here to get the Patton. And with it being single file, it's even further up that he's got to get to. Even if it was double file, I mean, you got cars on your inside. You can't really send it deep into the corner for a slider.
Ideal.
I don't know if this is helping or not on the single file situation. We're going to find out. He was one of the quickest cars.
Ideal would be it goes green, he passes, let's say 2 cars. and gets up to 4th, and a caution immediately comes out after a lap on. Let's take it back. So that way, then he's sitting in 4th on those last couple laps. We'll see what happens. Green flag flies. He's got weight and come. That's not what he needed. He went in the back end. Those guys got back by wrestling with each other, and he just took his nose dive into him. I think it's his last shot. Meanwhile, Shreves and Company's battling it out.
He's going to really send it deep on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's clear of Shreves if he wants to get back up top, try to build up momentum. But right now, I'm not sure. He is one of the quicker cars on the racetrack at this time, a 12.999 compared to 13s. I don't know. It's going to come down to this white flag in the air one more time around. He at least could get a third, but what is he going to do on the last corner? What is Schatzer going to do on the last corner?
Last two, here we go. Pat and Schatzer, man, they're going to pull it off. Spangler's going to try to keep that 3rd place, but Reynolds, no! Spangler's going to hang on to 3rd. So it's going to be Patton, Schatzer, and Spangler. Top 3.
Ugh, what a valiant effort out of Spangler there. Maybe another lap or two and he could have had something for
Bring him up here and let you get a word with him.
Hey, Patrick, you got a copy on me.
Yep, gotcha.
Well, valiant effort there. I knew you were going to do a start from the back challenge like you've been doing the past couple of weeks. But you're bringing it home 3rd in the race, and you're a champion by over 200 points. Talk us through it.
Yeah, just trying to, again, just work on working the bottom on these shorter tracks so I can hopefully catch with the Blake on Monday nights. But feel bad I hit those tires and broke my front end and then ended up cleaning up Barker and I think Gary Taylor. So I didn't want that to happen. But yeah, I was making it work there at the bottom at the end. A couple more laps, or if I didn't crash earlier, it would have been pretty fun there. But hats off to Andy and Kurt there for again, 1st and 2nd. Just a great run.
Absolutely. Well, Spangler, give your shout outs for the whole season. It was impressive watching you do this thing.
Yeah, just you and Joe every week being out here, giving the awesome broadcast. Roger for giving us a place to run. All the volunteers that help run this league. Train Wheels Racing. Dad and Uncle back home watching. Dudex Sim Designs and Velocity Race Designs for the wraps I run. And hopefully see you guys here next season.
Yeah, folks, 3rd place Spangler and your champion.
Absolutely. Patrick Spangler, man, like you said, out there. We'll bring up old Patton up here. Let's get a word with him.
Andy, you get a copy on me.
I do, man. How you doing?
Well, race win here tonight in the 360s to end off Hometown Hero dirt portion. Talk us through it.
It just felt smooth, man. I mean, I ran the top in 1 and 2 through, all the whole race, and then I went from the bottom to the top there about halfway through, and just felt good. Felt good to be racing again, man. It's been quite a while since I ran any races.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like we haven't seen you too often, but good to come out here to pick up a win.
Yeah, I'll take it. They're hard to come by, at least for me anyway.
Absolutely. Well, Andy, before I let you go, you got anybody to like to thank you?
Oh yeah, my team, Inferno Motorsports. It's an awesome group of guys over there. A&J Custom Creations, Highline, Picture Guy. Everybody out there, and you guys for putting on this process. The broadcast, and Roger and everybody for putting on the league. Looks like next season I'll be back here pretty much every week, I think.
There you have it, folks. That's your race winner, Andy Patton.
Yeah, man, Patton doing what he needs. Kurt Schatzer coming up here, though. Let's get a word with him. Kurt, join the booth. Got a copy?
Yep, I hear you there, Joe.
Well, man, I tell you what, look strong out there tonight. How's you feeling in that 360?
I felt pretty good. Took a little bit to getting used to coming from the 305, getting into 360, but I felt strong. I think I might have been able to hold off Andy if I could have just got the jump on him there on that start before that first caution came out. And then after that, Andy, I was talking to him. He ran a good race. I mean, he put his car where he needed to. I just didn't have enough time to really try to set him up to make any kind of moves.
Well, yeah, you got it up there in second, man. Look strong. Got anybody you want to thank for a good finish?
Yeah, I got to thank Jay, Dirt Track Bank, everything they do to support racers all around the country. The boys on Hammer Down Racing, Friday Night Lights and Got Your Six Racing Network, Coast to Coast, you guys up in the broadcast, my wife Bree, and my son Mason for allowing me to do this, and everybody watching at home.
There you go, Kurt Schatzer bringing it home in second. Folks, we're going asphalt racing. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Kiss on the champion. Trying to be a bit of a hiatus, so let's get.
Tonight we'll be talking about it.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat.
Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
All right, here we go. Qualifying underway. We got Gateway here tonight. Kind of a tricky style track here, too. A little shifting in the turn. Hanging on. What happens with this place here?
I mean, I really don't like Gateway that much, so I don't have a strong opinion on the track. But I guess there's some people that like Gateway. It's kind of like a flat Darlington. Hate Darlington too. So there you go. So far, Mark Gilbert on the top of the board with a 33.739.
Yes.
A lot more cars left to qualify. We got Brady Floyd. He's the last one that's going to be able to put a lap time down. He's going to start lap number 1 here. Green flag. I think I heard him shift there in turn 1. No, don't do that. That is okay. Well, there goes that lap time. So he's gonna have to attempt lap number 2 for a lap time here. With the damage on his Ford F-150. No time on lap 1 for hitting the wall, so we'll see if he can get a time scored in on lap 2 here. Brady Floyd, and nope, he ain't gonna get a lap 2 in either. He spins it out of turn number 2. So no lap time for Brady Floyd in the 53. So that will do it for qualifying. We'll leave Mark Gilbert quick time of the session. And Colin Johnson gonna line up outside of him. Colin, your point leader.
All right. So
24 over Gordon Spain.
Yeah, look at that Mark Gilbert though. Put it on pole.
That's what I just said.
Huh.
So Gordon Spain needs to gain 24 points on Colin in order to take the season championship. Of course, that doesn't affect too much on the pickup trail, which is their year-long standings.
Yeah.
But Colin is leading both the pickup trail and the seasonal standings.
Okay. Well, let's look at what we got here. We got Mark Gilbert going to start her out front. Colin Johnson going to be there in second. Tim Chapman going to start us up in third. We got Cody Graham in fourth. Gordon Spain up in fifth. Right, Mike Kramer there in the 6th place spot. Dan McLaren is going to start there in 7th. Jack Clevenger in 8th. Jerry Landis starting 9th. Roger Craig 10th. Brady Floyd up in 11th. And Andy Patton, he's going to be there in the 12th place spot. Solid one here so far. Gateway. Yes, you do have to shift. Only on one of the turns you have to shift. You don't have to shift in all of them.
Brain
unless
wouldn't be able to comprehend that.
What's that?
I can comprehend the shifting with my brain.
Not that bad.
I can't figure out how to shift on a road course. On an oval.
You know, they got these little things, man. I mean, I understand your generation is so used to automatics. Y'all couldn't drive straight drive. Killed you. Life depended on it. No, you shifter years.
Yeah, but
or
that
you
just
have the
feels
paddles
wrong.
on the back of your thing. They go click.
That just feels so wrong to shift on an oval.
Huh.
It just
Do it at
isn't
Indy?
normal. I am not an Indy.
Or excuse me, they do it at Pocono.
I don't like Pocono either.
Now, it's optional at Pocono with over the years, the setups have gotten different. Used to it pretty much, you had to. In turn one, coming out of turn one, shifting right. Now you can kind of get away with it depending on how your setup is. Here, they bog down so much, you almost have to shift to get it out of the turn, through the turn and out. The thing about where the tricky part comes in is when you shift, up. You gotta time that right. If not, the RPM could be too high. You could end up spinning out, basically, between the shit.
That's what I'd do. I would spin around.
You say I ain't never done it. It can happen. Got a yoo-hoo machine out here.
Yeah, you're a yoo-hoo.
All right. We just got something we were talking about earlier. Greg was telling us about something about boiled burgers. Never heard of them. But I looked it up. Show y'all guys what I found out about boiled hamburgers. Why would you? Ryan is popular. But boiling ground beef is easy, quick, and it creates leaner, finer meat. How about y'all? I'm good. Green flag. We're racing at Gateway. Hometown heroes here tonight.
No, and you see Gordon Spain get a little bit loosey-goosey here already in 1 and 2, and he's going to drop back a couple of spots already.
See him shift right there? On board with him. Don't shift in this turn so much. You can get away with not in this one. My bad.
Probably get away in both.
Let's see what it used to be. 3 and 4. 3 and 4 you would, but it might be 1 and 2 here. Yep. He just shifted right there. And one. That's what I'm talking about. When you shift, you got to make sure don't slam on that gas, because you got to look. You got a full head of steam.
Neither of those cars are going to get a caution flag.
We were riding on board with him when that happened, and it happened as soon as he hit the shift. And right on the gas with it, too. Look, the RPMs instantly go right to 8,000, 7,500 on his shifts. So you've got to, you don't want to be on the gas, and there it just went. Just right on by. Right in the wall. You're right. On green. How's your car? Colin, man's got your car out here. Racing for dummies.
Oh, you be nice.
That's good. Corey. Hey, look, y'all got something in for Christmas for Corey? Buy him that book. And
just because I race street stocks.
Yeah. Racing for dummies.
I race street stocks. Come on. I'm
gonna make that book. I bet you that book's right there talking about don't hit the wall. Hit one.
Well, I like to find the wall. I have a pass here for the race lead. Yeah. Here we go. Down in turn 1. Not quite
whoa.
Maybe.
Well, that's step 2. Don't put it into the rear quarter panel of the guy in front of you.
That's still fun, too.
He must have missed that chapter, too. Because he almost got into it. So we got the Raising Hell machine and the NASCAR dummy machine. And then beasts back here behind him, Cody Graham.
How's Brady Floyd doing? Where is he at? He's made his way up to 8.
Oh, it's in the back here. Hanging out. He gonna come through for you.
I mean, Colin Johnson right now, he could walk away at the seasonal championship, and I realize we got a little over. 70 to go.
Who's in the
under.
lead right now? Colin Johnson, right?
Yeah, he's leader of points by 24.
Oh, okay. In the racing dummy car.
Ah,
Call that the Corey machine. Spotlight. Yoo-hoo! Know who that is?
you're a yoo-hoo.
Terry Landis. Yoo-hoo machine. Hey, looks good too. Man, it just looks like something that you want to drink.
No, it's watered down. It's water with chocolate powder in it.
What do you think?
What? Yeah, it is.
Pay him no attention, man. You don't know nothing.
I've had it once before, and it
Brain
was
dead.
nasty.
Corey is. Brain dead.
Ah.
Got a battle going on for 5th and 6th. Clevenger, Cranmer. They're side by side. Got that one settled quick. Clevenger takes the spot away. Oh, damn, McLaren. Let's see what he's up to. He's up here going to rattle up old Cody Graham just a little bit.
Field's pretty well
Talking
spread
about Cody
out.
Graham, we ain't seen Cody in a long time.
Yeah, he's making a comeback here.
You know, him and Dan, they the asphalt ringers. Canadian. Larry.
You're North Carolinian. Brady Floyd.
Oh, up the 5th. Come through the field. See what else right along here with McLaren. See him, he shifts right at the beginning of the turn right there. Keep those RPMs going really smooth on the throttle. Out of the turn, he shifts as soon as he gets out of that turn. Look good doing it. Might be shifting both ends of the car. Yeah, he did. You know, that's the right way to do it. You shift going right before you go into the turns. You want to shift it in the middle of the turn because you're already rotating, and you do that, that thing jumps up in RPMs. Guess what's going to happen? Spin the tires and take rear end out money.
I'd end up blowing the engine up if I tried to downshift.
Nah, you'd have to downshift twice, dude.
I'd still end up blowing the motor. My brain doesn't comprehend
Got a rev
the
limiter
fact
on
that I
this
gotta
thing, man.
shift.
Well, you theoretically, I mean, you could get away. I mean, he's shifting in both turns. You don't have to do that. Now, if you shift in both turns, there is a, and let's just see what Gilbert's doing just for kind of reference. Watch him as he comes out there, but we'll watch him here turn 1 and on. But you've got to watch your tires too, because in one way or the other, you could end up tearing tires up. See, like now, he let it go way down and shifted in the middle of the turn. And lets it come right on out. And he shifted right there. So he's actually shifting a little bit with the truck kind of straight. To me, should come out of 4 here. I think Gilbert, the way he's doing his, and I could be wrong, I mean, would be more of a tire saver because he's letting it go all the way down low RPMs, not revving that motor straight up and taking a chance of spinning the tires. He's waiting till it's totally straight till he shifts it back. And but McLaren's style is a little bit quicker because he's not letting the RPMs drop. The problem is yeah, he's taking a little more chance of revving it up in the middle of the turn and before it's getting straight and maybe spinning out, if that makes sense. It is a road racing technique, so to speak. So, yeah, you can see McLaren right now definitely faster, but we're going to see whether or not he's using those tires up as the run goes on. Hope that kind of helps on playing.
That did not help me at all. I'm gonna pit stop occurring here with Andy Patton. The cone doesn't officially occur till there. And something weird about this pit road, I'm pretty sure they take it away in real life, but iRacing, we got, see the staircase there? Middle pit road? And you just, we'll watch it on the next pit stop.
So soon.
We'll watch it on the next pit cycle when somebody comes in.
Stairs, what kind of stairs?
Hey, you don't see the little stairs right at the start-finish line?
I have to watch
in
this.
pit road? Now we'll wait until Gilbert or somebody comes in. And we'll see the whole pit cycle process.
Mm-hmm. Well, Gilbert's got control of this one. Clarence tried to close in. Clarence that last time about 0.2 faster, so definitely a little bit quicker. And I think that goes back to what I was saying. His technique is a little different, shifting, but I think it's a little harder on the tires. And we'll see. That runs off here as the laps wind off. That last lap, he was still faster. A little bit.
Alrighty, here, let me check the estimated laps. That's 41, so they could go on one stop here.
Okay. Colin Johnson falling off a little bit. Got Cody Graham sitting right there in third. Lost 2. Floyd's not been able to make up any ground, but he's trying to close in on Clevenger here. Right on board here with Floyd and see he's running the shifted technique. Going off in turn 3. Okay, he shifts right before turn. A bit tight there. Shifts right before he got out of the turn. He's doing about what McLaren's doing. So again, too, could be a little bit of difference, but about to say it could be a difference between the manufacturers, but it's not. Floyd one's in the Chevy, so that really don't matter. It's basically how you feel, how you want your driving style. You want to feel with the tires. Kind of how you're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, the manufacturers, it's not really much. There's a little small theoretical difference. By theory, iRacing claims that they're all the same, but us iRacers, we kind of maybe know that Toyotas are a little bit better at like a longer aerodynamic plate track. Ford's just better at pushing, and the Chevy's an overall kind of car. But that's in the Xfinity and Cup. I don't think there's much of a difference in these boxy trucks. They're just a brick.
And I don't really think in the next gen they are.
Next gen and Xfinity are big.
Maybe Xfinity. That next gen, man.
At least Xfinity, I know there's a little difference, but these trucks are they're just a big brick.
And that's kind of, been the tale over just now. I do know I have watched in Cup cars and whatnot, Toyota, Chevy, and Ford, that in RPMs on straightaways are different, how the motors rev. It doesn't really translate to any difference on the track speed wise that I have seen over the years. But I have watched and went like in a Toyota, and I'm like, man, he's only able to wind that thing up 8,500 RPMs or 83. Then you look at Ford and Chevys, and they're up in the like 8,800s, or whatnot, revving them up higher. But yet the Toyota's no slower. Yeah, it's still like right there with them. So, yeah, that's the only major thing I've ever seen. But I think all in all, in real life, sure, there's major difference between the manufacturers. On iRacing, I don't think there is. The only time you're going to get differences is getting open setups. We got a battle for the lead. McLaren's here.
Yeah, McLaren on the inside. Gilbert down here in turn 1. Gilbert might have a run off the top side of the racetrack here as long as he keeps McLaren there. He does. Turn 3 is going to be the telltale sign of if McLaren's able to truly get by Gilbert here on this lap or not. And I do believe he is. He has the preferred groove. I don't know. Gilbert, he's holding off strong up on the top shelf. It's like
Here's where that
dirt
shifting,
race.
Corey, really is important for where McLaren is. Because I think ultimately McLaren's going to get him. But, yeah, there's where he had to be careful. Because being on that inside lane, he could easily go out from under him.
Yeah, catch you the
Talking
air
about the
a little bit
stairs
different.
right there, kind of at the start-finish line?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they removed those in the real world. I don't know. We're gonna find out
hit
this
him or
weekend,
something.
I guess. I mean, they race here in the real world this weekend.
Oh, okay. I don't watch the truck.
We got Colin down on pit road.
And Cody Grant. Rammer. Pit stops. We got Tim
Pit
Chapman,
cycle.
Landis.
I don't know. It seems a little early. 27. I mean, it says you can go 41 laps. This
Peter's on
kind
pit
of.
road.
I mean, this kind of
Tires
doesn't.
is what's tires hurt at this track. So
Not 27 laps.
Here, let me go back to what I was saying. The shifting puts more stress on the tires than you think, than anything. So it can wear them out a lot.
I mean, yeah, but I've seen these cars get longer than 27 laps around this track. I realize we
seeing it
got
right now?
half a fuel tank.
Are you seeing it right now?
I don't know. Maybe fuel mileage is completely off for me because I haven't ran on this racetrack in
I think it's more tires.
20 years.
I think it's more tires.
It is an estimated. It is an estimated fuel mileage. So
But if yours is saying
you're wrong.
estimated 40 some laps,
41.
then that means that estimate's only could be off by 5 laps. It's not going to be off by 20, 15.
10.
But it's still not going to be off that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well.
No, it's not. I mean, you can add in all you want, but it's not going to be. Period.
That's all I'm
There's
kind
no-
of curious
tires
on
is
why they're
what
pitting.
I think the tire fall off here is what hurts. And
Even if tire
shifting.
fall off, I'd stay out for 35.
Well, I mean, I tell you what, challenge one of these guys to stay out 35 and have somebody else come in and pit at the 25 mark and put that 10 lap difference in tires and see, and I guarantee it's going to be a big difference.
But that's only 5 laps. I mean, they came in on 27, so it's not that much of a stretch. Push it to halfway mark.
You said come
make
in
it
at
a one-stop
35. You
race.
said come in 35, 26, 27. That's almost 8 lap difference.
I mean, they're going to have to come in a second time now when they pitted. If they would have just pushed
Tire
it to
fall off.
halfway, they'd only have to make one pit stop on the race. They'd ultimately leapfrog everybody that has to pit a second time.
Point example here. Andy Patton pitted on lap 14.
Okay, he quit.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he disconnected.
Last lap was a 53 stay.
Okay, that was because he quit.
Man.
Because that was because he came down pit road.
Now, Gordon and them are on 2-lap newer tires than, let's say, Mike Cranmer, who pitted at 25. So let's see. Gordon will turn here. Got any damn truck.
I'm still thinking 1 pit stop versus 2 in a race at 75 laps. That's what I would be doing. Especially if I'm at the back.
If you can. Strategy. Basically, by them guys pitting in the back, it forced the hand of McLaren to come in. Cody and them also. Now Clevenger looking pretty quick. Along with Graham. And McLaren stepped it up. Now just that 1 lap difference in tires. Look at the lap time. 2:10. Gilbert's chewing up Graham right now. See what it is when they come across.
Just a little. But Cody could be saving a little bit of tire as well. See, they just ran very close times.
Close that time. Tough to pass at this track. Tough place to pass.
That's what I'm saying, is it's tough to pass here, and you can
see
do it
there's
on
Gilbert.
fuel.
There goes Gilbert now. I mean, Gilbert's faster. It's a matter of time. Yeah. Look at that. Shot right by him. So,
I mean, we all know they got to pit a second time now.
So that
where
puts
they came in.
my theory of, yes, newer tires are going to be king at this track. Track
What are they
position
running right now?
is
34
not-
threes, 34 twos?
Mark Gilbert just ran a 34-1.
Okay, so when they get closer to running 25 laps on these tires, we'll look at the lap time, see how much of a difference it is.
Probably going to be down in the 35, 36. They'll probably lose a second.
Yeah, probably.
What I'm thinking.
I still think 1 pit stop would have been better. These guys may have just been now catching to somebody that would try to do 1
Mathematically,
stop.
how would it have been?
Well, you only got to come down 1 time on pit road, which would have been about this lap. It's only 10 laps difference on tires from when
I mean,
they pitted.
we won't know the lap times because that guy who would still probably been out very much could have been 4 seconds off the pace. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just would have gambled at the back. But I'm not these drivers, and they think they know what's best for their ability, and I just would have gambled.
When we
I
did it,
gambling.
I can't remember when it's been so long since I did it. I mean, we did a pretty good long race. We pitted quite a few times. Whoa, right there, Gilbert.
Oh, Gilbert.
That's a product of shifting right there. Probably the wrong time. And no matter how good a tires you got, step on that gas with the high RPMs, it's going to outmunder you. But I know we pitted quite a few times in that race because tires were very important. Because this place, it's almost push loose, and you're doing that shifting too. So you always have that. When you downshift, you always have that fear of kicking the rear end out. Not very good tires can kick that rear end out and it's gone. Good thing is though they could still make it 1 one time after the night.
Yeah, they have to come in at least one time on for fuel and tires. That's a guaranteed. Probably around lap 50 or beyond. Since they're on the 2 pit stop strategy. The further you can push it though, the better your tires are going to be in the final half of the race here. Probably looking at another 13 or so laps on the racetrack on this set of tires before everybody comes back in. Unless somebody, I don't think you'd have to have 50 laps in order to make it to the end.
Yeah, they can go 50 laps because you're only looking at, hit it at 27. 47 is only 20 on the tires.
I meant 50 laps on the tires they're on now to the end.
That would be suicide for somebody to try to do that.
I mean, if you're Gordon Spain, if you don't spin it here,
you're already only running 35 ones on your last lap. You're already 3/10 off. So you're wanting to stay out, and you're going to start losing seconds. And
look, for Gordon Spain right now, he's about to go a lap
already
down.
26 seconds back. So it wouldn't apply on his end. You would have to be somebody like maybe Johnson or Gilbert.
Yeah, but if Gordon were to stay out and push it to the fuel limit and try to catch a caution here late
Caution
in
would
the
be the only
game,
thing that helped him. The only thing that helped him. If it went
especially
green,
with the leader behind him.
yeah, if it went green the entire way, no, Spain's not. That is a bad. And don't be the crew, man. That'd be a bad call. That would be a bad call. But you got to look at
I don't race
well, it's not so much, everybody's like, well, yeah, hey, look, yeah, I'll throw on new tires. I'll be faster than the field. Okay, sure you will. But you've also got to look at as time went around. It's almost like with the Spangler trying to come from the back like he does on the dirt. Time runs out. Was he faster than everybody else? Absolutely. But time. You got to have enough time to be able to do that. And Gordon Spain, well, now he's just down. Definitely does not have enough time, even if he's out. But Johnson, maybe, with 8 seconds back. Gilbert, definitely sitting right there. Those guys might be able to take that strategy, but still, I would. Because you're going to start giving up.
I don't think there's enough fuel anyways to make it 50 laps on a fuel tank.
Yeah, you did.
We estimated 41.
Even if they could, the tire fall off would be great.
I mean, right now they're running 35 laps, just about 34 nines every so often. See, McLaren just ran a 34.8. That's only 5/10 slower than what we were running about 20 laps ago.
That's a half second.
Yeah, but that's still a large margin. If you were to leapfrog everybody on pits, on the pit strategy, I mean, I think that'd be good.
I want to race Corey with his pit strategy, man. I'm going to lap him.
All right, we're going to
with his strategy, he's done.
All right, let's do it. 75 laps around Gateway on 50% fuel.
You pit at 45, 47. I'm
37.
pitting in when they did.
All right, we'll do it later.
Folks, Corey's going to be crying. One, he ain't going to want to shift.
One, I don't have to shift because I'm going to be saving the fuel to make it through my 37.
Oh, then I know I'm going to have you 2 laps down, man, by the time you make a pit stop.
Yeah, you're going to have to make 2, and I'm not going to, I'm going to have to make 1.
Stop right where you're at. Just stop, because now you just, because one, you have to shift on it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. There is no, oh, well, I can do this, and I can. You have to. In order to be fast here, you have to. And by what you're saying, by all intents and purposes, you're saying that I want to say you would be 2 and 3 laps down by the time you got to your pit. Okay? If you did no shifting. So you got to shift. So that's a no-brainer right off the bat. Whether you want to or not, have to be fast. And there's some things at certain tracks you got to do. Like, all right, I do not like running high against a wall on a track. No, don't like it. But Darlington, Chicago, or tracks like that, that's the fast lane. You got to be up there against the wall. I don't like it. So I'm slow at those tracks. And I'll admit to that. Can't do it. I mean, beyond my ski.
Tune in later. We're going to have a 1v1 of me versus Jeff.
See Corey down 3 laps. Just don't want to shift. I laugh at him.
All right. It's game on.
He still thinks that he can get around this track without shifting. It ain't happening.
I'm just saying I can
Please,
get around here
out
in
in
one
the chat,
stop.
explain to him that there's no way to get around this track without shifting.
I'm just saying I could get around here on one stop on the field.
You said you're going to try to save fuel by not shifting.
Well,
all right, now we got pit stops. Let's see what we got pit stops here. Got pit stops, 25 to go. How long McLaren? Well, Cody's coming on. Let's see if McLaren stays out 1 lap. So, idea.
I mean, pit road entry here is real important as well because that cone is all the way down there. You can,
almost
you
like
know,
what,
seen
Homestead.
what Cody did.
Almost like Homestead, eh?
I mean, Cody closed the gap to lap car Tim Chapman pretty easily, just on the pit road access road.
Johnson is pitted. Pitted at lap 49, so he's got to go laps. Hopefully there ain't no green, white checkers.
Even if there was, I'd imagine everybody come in anyways for another set of tire. Although if you're at the back, gamble it. That's
26 lap old tires versus everybody else sitting on new tires.
It's worth the risk in my eyes, my brain.
Of course, just talking nonsense. There's no feasible way that makes it.
Judges don't like to take risks.
I want to win. I don't want to end up.
Yeah, but if I'm at
wrecking.
the back, I ain't gonna pass anybody else anyways in front of me. Well, they'd have to take each other out. I would have to.
Gateway, that might happen. I mean, look, Gateway, that might happen. You never know. I mean, this track is known, you know, so. Well, McLaren's taking a long way here, so.
He wants to save as much on his tires.
He's looking to see
right.
if we're gonna have that green-white checker. That's what he. Oh, my.
Well, right now he has everybody trapped a lap down, other than Mark.
Yeah,
Gilbert.
he gets a caution. He's in the hot seat.
That puts the hands in everybody.
Yeah, but you start to seeing that truck man getting a little bit sideways on him. Tires are starting to talk to him. And when you're shifting, that's the worst thing you want to have, worst feeling in the world is the things start to kick out money. Losing grip. Still going to have quite a few of them on lap down.
Well, they're all going to get their lap back here. Cody Graham is. Well, I think McLaren had to back up a hair.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Graham's going to pass McLaren, and he's going to be well off in turn 2 by the time McLaren gets around this access road.
So I've always said it, mental mistakes can cost you. It happens in real world racing, it happens here on iRacing. And the number one mental mistake on oval, because it's way different when you get into road racing, is number one is pit road. Entry, getting into your pit box, getting off pit road. And I know people are like, well, man, what were you talking about? Maybe a tenth or a couple tenths or something. Hey, that adds up huge on the track, especially on the oval side. I mean, of course, the other side of it is, you know, maybe here missing a shift, missing a braking point, doing a turn or something, but nothing like that pit stop right there. And that's a perfect example right there. You know, you just saw it, Corey. You said it. Mrs. Pit Box had to back up just a little bit, not much. And now he's 5.4 seconds back. Now we're going to see
with the access road too, on how they did the entry and the exit.
Well, I ain't got nothing to do with him missing his pit box.
No, but you know, a slower access road entry is gonna.
Well, that goes back to what I'm saying: is entering pit road, exiting pit road, all mental mistake. You mess up, guess what? Boom, right? Now we're going to see, because we've got about 4 lap difference on tires. Okay. Let's see what McLaren can do, because he has been the class of the field. He has been the fastest. Let's see if he can cut that 4.8 second lead and run him down. Cutting into it, because he just ran a 33.79 to a 34.29. I don't know if Graham's trying to save tires, but if I'm Graham at this point, I'm trying to keep that distance to way far back as I can. Right now, it's about a half second difference.
I mean, if you're Graham right now, you got 15 to go. Just be pushing those tires to the absolute maximum that you can.
Yeah. I mean, because McLaren, just by doing the math, just by looking at the distance, McLaren needs to be knocking seconds off in order to catch him in that time frame. Right now, McLaren, if it keeps going green, like it is right now, McLaren's going to run out of time. He needs, because that last lap was a 92 to a 35. But he was a little over 4 tenths, wasn't quite even a half second right there. He's still 3.94 seconds back. He could probably be on Cody Graham's back bumper, maybe with about 2 to go. You always know, what's that word they use? Catching and passing.
Yeah.
Is that old saying in oval racing?
Yeah, you can catch him, but it's going to be hard to pass him.
Yeah.
And if Cody is backing off a little bit here to try to save some tires for if McLaren does, I mean, right now I wouldn't worry too hard. You're still 3 seconds ahead. Wait until he's about a second back from you, and then that's when you pick up the little bit of a wick under the candle.
Yeah, because you don't want him to get like right there to where you get your draft and get right on you, you know, a couple tenths or so right off. I mean, even probably a half second off of you, because at that point, then he's in striking distance, getting a turn. Like what you said, I'm doing that. Just keep him. I would say a second and a half or so. And going to see here is Kramer going by. Fight too hard there. See, I mean, he's 13 to go. Clarence coming. But like I said, we don't know what Graham's doing. Is truly Graham just, that's all he's got? Or is he set? I mean, just that last lap right there got to tell me, I think Graham's saving something.
I mean, it's 4 lap different tires. It shouldn't be that big of a difference right now. So he's paving a little bit to turn up the wick here in the final 10 laps, I'd have to imagine. If he's going to do something, he's got to do something here.
Yeah, if I was
within the
going to
next
go,
second.
I'd start going now, because he's the 2-second mark. And once you start getting under that 2-second mark, you're getting in the danger zone of him closing. To me, yeah, I'd start.
Leave a little room for a mistake here. If
Yeah,
you make one.
yeah. Through a little room for a mistake or something.
Kept a 190 there, that whole straightaway. I think he's starting to pick it up a hair. He may have to pick it up a little bit harder than what he's running.
Just around
34.6
right there,
and 34.3.
That's like a second.
That's 3/10.
I mean, maybe that is all he's got. And maybe 4-lap different tires is a 2/10 difference on the track. Maybe we are seeing that's. There you go. And McLaren has been the class of the field all night long.
Yeah, I'm just worried here for Cody Graham. This McLaren has closed the gap in. He's gaining about 2 to 3 tenths a lap here. If he keeps this up, he's going to be right there knocking.
Wow. Thought it caught him. Not as far back as he was, because I thought, like what you said, maybe Graham's sandbagging a little bit, even. But the closer he gets, the more I'm thinking that might be all Graham's got. Those tires are just neutralized out now.
We're down to a second gap here, under a second officially. Still gaining about 3 tenths a lap here for McLaren. Graham, he might want to start thinking about giving a little bit more go-go
I don't think
juice.
he can. I think we've seen right here that the 4-lap difference that I mean, now right here is going to see, dirty air or two might come into play a little bit. That is an effect on it. So, see, the closer he gets, I think it goes a little bit. Hey.
I mean, McLaren, he's going to have to work on Cody still, so this might get where this is going to get a little bit racy here.
Look at that drive into the turn.
Lap, maybe. McLaren really gains on the exit of the corner. You've seen him gain a whole tenth off of the turn 4. He really gains down the straightaway.
Watch this. Yeah, going into the turn, yeah, right there, entrance. Yeah, but look at that entrance. He gets in the middle. He kind of levels off, and then he comes right out, like you said, right.
Start cutting there off.
You got to do something. He's going to try to dive bomb you here. Why would you let him have that inside? There is no way I would have let him have that inside lane. Whether he was faster than me or not, he would have had to have worked for it. And that right there, I don't know why Cody Graham. That's driving a little too conservative. Yeah, I think that's driving a little too conservative. You do not let a guy like that have that inside lane like that.
Yeah, a little bit of a prediction block would have went a long way there to at least keep McLaren back behind you for another lap. See if Cody finally can find some speed here to get right back to the back end of McLaren. But I think McLaren, he's just so good around this flat racetrack that he's just going to pull away on corner exit there. I don't even think the draft is going to help situation.
Yeah, I mean, McLaren would have eventually made it around, but I would have made it a little harder there. I think Cody just kind of played that a little soft. And I mean, obviously, I'm not in the truck, so I don't. Ain't that take nothing away from McLaren. Hey, man, the guy did it. He came blasting through there. So we're seeing old tires versus new tires. And just, we're talking too. Look at Gilbert. Gilbert back there is running 2/10 faster than Cody Graham. And he's only on 3-lap newer tires. So all that talk we're talking about tire fall off, there you go. That's just 3 laps. And Corey's talking about he's wanting to stay out 12 laps longer. Yeah.
And then want to make 1 pit stop versus 2.
Nah, yeah, but not happening. Still would not. If 3 and 4 laps translate into what we just saw right there, what do you think 12 and 15 laps?
They're running the same lap times I would have been running right now, though.
Oh. And this, folks, is why he sticks to...
Oh, me and Joe are going to have a one-on-one race here in a moment. Now, I'm going to beat him on 1 stop. He's going to have to do 2.
You know.
I am.
Yeah.
Want that?
Sure. $100 on it. Got $100?
I do have $100 I could do. Because I know I'm right. As we take
$100.
white flag.
$100.
I'll do 50.
Yeah. Yeah, put your money where your mouth is.
Alright.
Anybody else want to get on this action?
Alright, let's do it. Let's re-rack this field up and have another shot at 75 laps around Gateway.
You re-rack the field up.
Yeah, let's re-rack the field up.
Re-rack the field.
We're going to have a double header here, boys. As we come around in turn 4 for a checkered flag for McLaren and Cody and Gilbert and everybody else out here. Last race of the season.
Yes, it
Seasonal championship. Going to go to Colin Johnson officially.
Yes,
He's
it is.
still
It was a
coming
good
around the
race.
track.
Good strategy here. A good track. You've either got to like this track or you don't like it. I personally
hate
don't like this track. So, it's not one. I don't like it. Charlotte knows tracks for me. Evidently, Dan McLaren. Yeah, this place figured out. He had it going. So, we're in with these guys. We got Mark Gilbert coming in 3rd. Have been here.
See both Gilbert
Yeah,
and
Dan's down there. Yeah.
Dan. Let me drag them on up here for us.
Oh, we'll bring old Gilbert up here and let's get a word with him.
Hi, Mark. You get a copy on me.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
3rd place here in the seasonal finale for the trucks. Of course, you still got the pickup trail for the yearly things, but, 3rd place. Talk us through it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I led some laps there in the beginning. Car felt pretty good, and flag to flag, you kind of get a little tired, a little relaxed on what you got going on, and pit stops were okay. Our program's getting better and better. Consistently finding our way in the top 5s here. Caution or 2, I might have had something for those guys. I couldn't make up the 5-second or so gap there. I think Cody short pitted us there, and he made out on the end there. I'm gonna have to take notes on that.
Now, we were up here talking, and my thought process was to just split this into 1 pit stop race. So did that ever come to mind?
You couldn't. You were only getting 26, 27 laps on a field run there. If I could have, I would have for sure. Less times down pit road, the better.
What tire wear?
Actually, I didn't think it was too bad. You managed it. You managed it enough. You back up your entry just enough. You could save that right front. I didn't feel like I was too bad in the long run. I know Dan caught me there, but I stayed right with him. I kind of just pulled over. I didn't want to slow us both down. And then at the end of that first run, and then I got loose there off of 2 at the end of that one. When Cody got by me, I was trying to run him back down, and that kind of cost me some time. I never really made that back up.
Interesting question for you before you get that. The shifting, we saw different strategies of shifting out here. Some shifting earlier in the turn, some shifting a little later. How do you think that affects some of the tires?
I don't know, as far as tires, you had to shift in order to be fast, though, right? You couldn't just stay in 4th gear. I would shift pretty early in 3 and 4, just as soon as you get to about the berm on the inside, really help turn the car. And the same in 1 and 2. If you got that shift point down, you get to the apex there, just above the groove. If you hit the shift point just right, crank the wheel to the left, it would almost load the car onto the right side, and you could just drive right off the turn. If you missed it, then you'd push. So I guess shifting at the right point would save the tires.
Yeah, Corey said earlier that you could get around and win this track without.
I don't think so. Not in a truck.
Not in a truck. Wow. Okay. Well, Mark, you did good here. You got anybody you like to shout out?
Everybody over at Venom Racing, W Energy, Focus Concentration Energy to get me through these races. RCP Cockpits for this rig they got me in. You guys for the broadcast, Coast to Coast for putting this on. Just everybody who helps out. I mean, it's a great league, fun time to run. I mean, I enjoy it. I look forward to Wednesdays, Thursdays coming out running this asphalt stuff. It's a good time, getting better every week, and I look forward to next week.
Yeah, folks. Mark Gilbert, 3rd place.
Absolutely, and Dan went. He
he keeps having intermittent internet.
Might be, yeah, he's maybe having problems, but well, we concluded on some things. One, you can scratch our little race because I would
Apparently
win. Corey would lose because he'd try to go 47. He'd run out of fuel, so that would conclude that. 2, he would try to run around the track, not shifting, and we just heard with faster. So, let me hear it, Corey.
Well,
that's what I thought. Anyways,
I thought you could get.
Where's Colin Johnson?
Tank. I don't know.
Colin Johnson, man.
Would it be nice to get a word in with our point leader?
We'll give him a second here.
Trying to get him.
I'll run the credits here real quick, and we'll give him a. I think Dan might be having a little bit of problems. Yeah, like the other week, I think. Discord.
Just
anybody out there? I message Colin. At least we did talk with him. I mean, if you don't want to get talk, that's fine too. I mean, you understand.
Let me tag him too.
Oh, tag him in there. Yeah, tag him in there. Say, hey, champ, get up here. What's wrong with you?
See if he wants it.
Oh,
hold on.
Corey.
Oh, he says. Wait, hold on. Brady Floyd won it off drop weeks, I guess. Oh, let me tag.
Did Brady Floyd win it?
That's what he said.
Really?
That's what.
We need confirmation on who won.
Or whoever.
We need confirmation on who won. Who won? All right, Floyd's up here.
All right,
I'm gonna bring Floyd up here and talk to him. Floyd, go ahead and boot the guy copy.
I do.
Okay, we're all confused. We thought Johnson won the championship. They're saying you won it. Either way, it's Gateway. How you feeling?
Oh God, that was a miserable race. I do not like this track at all. I mean, I'm super proud of the guys for going flag to flag. It's, I mean, a really good achievement for us at such a difficult track. So, super proud of everybody for that. I don't know how I just locked that championship. I guess, yeah, the drop weeks came into play, but I thought if I finished behind Cullen tonight, it wasn't going to matter. I didn't get any biggest mover bonus points. That was my hope after I wrecked out of qualifying, but I guess I just had enough over the season, so I wasn't able to drop a race, and I know I had a bad finish or two, so I don't know, super crazy.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, man, you look strong, throughout, and like I say, you've had a great season, up and down races here and there. Hey, we come here to Gateway to conclude the season, and I know this place is bad. Gotta ask here, we talked about some questions earlier with Gilbert. Gotta ask you this. How are you feeling tire wear wise, and do you think maybe how you shift in the turns affect the tire wear?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I should really speak on it because I was so slow tonight, but I think you could definitely burn those right fronts off a bit more with the shifting, and so I think I started my runs at least in 3 and 4 trying not to shift as much. But then there were sometimes if you shifted back up, the car would get bogged down, and I couldn't get a feel for how to time it right. So, but yeah, it definitely was burning it more, but it was definitely faster. So it was just a balance of who could play what right and who could hit the line better, and that was definitely Mr. Dan McLaren tonight, who I believe is in here with us. So Congrats to him.
Yeah,
All right,
congrats
well-
on the championship, Brady.
Yeah, thank you all.
Yeah,
Well,
good job,
that's
man.
Well, that said, came home, man, tonight. You got that championship. Gateway, like I said, was one of them tracks that's just really tough. You got anybody you want to thank?
I got to thank all the guys at Adria Esports. You can find us at adriaesports.com. We've got a couple teammates in the league. I know Jesse's probably one of the bigger names in the dirt. So always look to see him repping. And then, of course, the two main sponsors, Four Cloak Media and Pierce Graphics. I got to thank both of them. You can find Four Cloak at fourcloak.net and Pierce Graphics at piercegraphics.com. Thank you all for broadcasting as well.
I appreciate it. Before I let you go, I got to do this because for Corey's sake, is championship was won in a Ford.
Come on.
Who won the race for Chevy?
That's
Championships matter. No, but anyway, I tell you what, appreciate it, man, Brady. Congratulations on the championship there tonight.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right.
Yeah, good job, Brady.
Well, we got the winner up here, McLaren, and I guess you would probably be the man to ask the question that we've been asking is, obviously you have to shift at this place. You know, I knew that when I raced back in the day, which back when I raced, you only had to shift one corner. It looked like y'all were doing both, so it must have changed something somewhere. But how was that effect on the tires? Did you feel like it was an effect on the tires or not?
Well, first, it all depends on the setup. I feel if you got a tighter setup, you got to shift more. But if you got a looser truck or car, you may not have to shift as much. But it definitely plays, a role in the tire wear. The more you shift, the harder you go into the corner, the more you back up the corner. It all depends on the setup. But all in all, before we get into that, I just want to say, thoughts and prayers going out to it's even hard to say, the Bob Light family. It's such tragic to hear what happened to Bob. He was a heck of a racer, man. So first off, just thoughts and prayers out to the friends and family of that for Bob Light. But yeah, all in all, it was a great race on everybody. It's going flag to flag, no cautions and pit stops under green flags, and it just puts on, I think, a little bit better racing. I mean, you get those restarts and everybody's bind up together, and you never know what's going to happen. But it's always good when you go flag to flag like that.
I thought there for a minute you were just going to run out of time there at the end. Was you at any point maybe worried that you weren't going to be able to catch Cody?
Yeah, a little bit, because I saw he pitted. He undercutted me, and I was going to pit the next lap because I was thinking, if I don't hit it right or if I get a penalty, it's definitely going to cost me the race. So I just played it out a couple more laps, and he did put a good gap on me, and I was like, man, do I have enough laps to chase him down? And sure enough, I just hit my marks, kept calm, played it smooth, and was able to run him down and pass him for the win.
Absolutely, man. It looks smooth out there doing it too. Got that thing in victory lane tonight. Capping it off here for the hometown heroes. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys, first off, for the broadcast every season, every night, every week. If it wasn't for you guys doing these broadcasts, I don't know where the league would be. So if Roger doesn't put this league on, and everyone behind the scenes, and you guys for putting on these awesome broadcasts to go back and watch, it's you guys are the first ones to thank. But yeah, all the guys over at Venom, Wildstar Custom Fabrications, Magnum Race Designs, all the fans that pick out, take time out of their nights to watch these races, and hopefully we finish out the rest of the season strong, and everybody comes out Tuesday night for Bob Light charity race. Hopefully it'll be a good turnout.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know I was talking to Roger earlier about it, and I hate to hear that about Bob Light. Like you said, man, good contributor here, awesome racer. Wish I could come out to that one. We have some other commitments, but hey, wish you the best on that next week. And man, again, want to congratulations to you on this win here tonight at Gateway.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
There you go. That's Dan McLaren. Well, Corey, Man, what a night it was here at Hometown Heroes. We saw some awesome dirt racing. Wild one here. Probably learned some stuff here at Gateway, you know. I mean, it's one of these wild style tracks. You never know what's going to happen sometimes. But it has been fun here at the Hometown Heroes, and another season come to close. Man, had fun.
Yeah, I learned that apparently the iRacing estimated fuel is 14 laps off.
You know, and that is funny that it is saying that.
That is, I mean, I realize they've changed it over the years where after you run a few laps, it finally calculates real close to an estimated. But, you know, that is wild that because I haven't ran a lap in a truck around Gateway, it is crazy. 14 off.
Yeah. And when even I said it, I didn't think it'd be that much off either. So that's, I hearing what Gilbert and them said. Hey, wow. Well, I tell you what, we're going to leave here, folks. Hope everybody had a good night for the Coast to Coast Racing League. Check them out at C2CRL.com. For myself and everyone, have a good night.